This podcast may contain paid advertisements, but more on that later. Welcome to the O'Connor Bootstrap podcast, where I discuss the nuts and bolts of business and leadership, with a focus on bootstrapping a business from the ground up. This podcast is for all entrepreneurs, bootstrappers, and leaders in all walks of life. My goal is to help you grow both personally and professionally. I am your host, Isaiah O'Connor. This podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Audible.com is the world's largest collection of audio content in the form of spoken audio content, such as audio books, podcasts, Audible originals, college lectures, and even some old school radio dramatized type of programs, including a dramatized Sherlock Holmes. Very nice. And the book I'm going to recommend today is the book Good to Great by Jim Collins. I've just listened to that book again. I really do enjoy that book. It is a wonderful foundation for any business. And if you're in leadership in any sort, if you caught this podcast and you're thinking, I'm not a businessman, I'm not an entrepreneur, still check out this book because this book can be applied to the private sector very readily. And I'll actually be talking about that a little bit in the upcoming episode. But it is an amazing book. It is a book based on years of detailed, in-depth research, interviews with company CEOs, upper management, lots and lots of research, lots of a good-sized research team arguing amongst the research team, trying to get to the core of the truth. It's an amazing book. I highly, highly recommend it. And you can go get your free copy of Good to Great by Jim Collins over at audible.com/bootstrap. You go over there, use my code, you can sign up, you get a free 30-day trial, you get one audio book, 2 Audible originals, and you get access to the entire Audible listening library. And this is only $14.95 a month. Well worth it. I've got well over 100 books. I've lost track of how many. My app says 99 in my current account, but then of course I also had my wife's account that we had for years and never got to combine those two. But yeah, it's a lot of books. I really, really enjoy it. It's amazing. Go check it out. Audible.com/bootstrap, and that's with a capital B. Anyway, so Good to Great can be summed up in 3 words. First, you need disciplined people who then have disciplined thoughts, which leads to disciplined action. The book is much more detailed than that, but these are the 3 of the key takeaways if you boiled it down. And they have different levels in there. They go into what each means. Again, go check out the book. It's amazing. I really, really do enjoy it. And he talks about the best thing to do to get this is, first of all, you have to hire the right people. You got to get the right people on the bus, as he says. Being the business is the bus, the direction you're driving the bus. You have to get the right people on the bus first. And getting the right people that are self-disciplined is great. Then you can have the disciplined thoughts and disciplined actions first. Another thing you can do is you need to build a corporate culture of discipline. You can build a culture of discipline. And I don't mean a drill sergeant yelling at people discipline. I mean a culture of discipline where the people that you hire, the people that you work with, your business partners, everyone has a really high level of self-discipline because they're passionate about what you're doing. And from that passion about what you're doing comes the culture of discipline. And this is very important because when you have a culture of discipline, when people are self-disciplining, it takes a load of work off of you. You don't need to worry about things. You don't need to stress about things. It is very straightforward People will just do the jobs that they need. You don't have to fight them, stress, motivate them. You just have to get out of their way. Don't demotivate them. Don't slow them down, and let them run. That's the best thing you can get. And that's all about developing a culture of discipline. Now, in the book, one of the last stories he talks about is a high school, I think it was a high school track and field team or a running team. It was just the running team. And they took a few years, but then they started winning championships after championships and out of championships. I can't tell you the whole story tonight. I don't have it in front of me, and it's well worth going and getting the book, listening to the book, reading the book to read up on this, because it's a great story. But in a nutshell, this is again a private sector. The coach was a level 5 leader, which he talks about in the book. She was passionate about running. She had a master's in business or something along those lines. She was super highly educated, but she was more passionate about running and teaching kids to run. And so when they got the team together, they focused on making it about running. They didn't do all the extras because they thought running was fun, and they wanted to get kids on board that thought running was fun. And they encouraged them in different ways. I can't remember all the details. They had a lot of things they did to make it fun, get passionate kids, get the kids that were passionate about running, the right people on the buses, and they built a culture of discipline. So the team decided that they were ready to try to go for nationals. The team decided they were able to win. And then the team disciplined themselves. The coach just didn't really do a whole lot, actually. The teammates would call each other before a big meet and make sure everyone was getting enough sleep, everyone was getting enough rest, and everyone was going to be there on time. The team was taking care of it. The coaches didn't have to. Now, it doesn't matter the size of your team. What you need as you grow your team, whether it be in business or in a church youth group or in a running or somewhere private sector, it doesn't matter. If you can get really passionate people that are self-disciplined and create a culture of discipline where they're taking care of things themselves, they're watching out for each other, they're making sure everything's going great, they're basically doing the job that needs to be done because they're disciplined to do it, that will lead to disciplined thought, which will lead to disciplined actions, which can lead to a great company or team or small group, whatever. But you have to just focus on developing that culture of discipline. He talks about it better than I do on the book. Again, I'm just trying to get ideas into your head what it's like and what it's about to run a business, some of the important things about running a business. And I encourage you to go look up the book, Good to Great. Go look up books on company culture. Go do some research. This is well worth your time to go check it out. Anyway, I will talk to you later. I will see you on Tuesday. I am a little tired now. Speaking of discipline, I need to be disciplined and go to bed. I did pick up another part-time job, which I will go into later, but I am now tired. You guys have a great time. Have a great weekend. Good night. If you found value in this content, please leave a comment and give us a 5-star rating on whichever podcast platform you use. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and most other podcast platforms. If you would like to support us, you can check out our sponsor links, or if you would like to directly support the show, you can donate or join our membership program at buymeacoffee.com/bootstrap. Of course, it really helps when you share these podcasts as well. If you would like to interact with me and other bootstrappers and leaders, you can join our O'Connor Bootstrap Podcast Facebook group. You have been listening to the O'Connor Bootstrap Podcast and Atheoz Business Solutions Podcast. For our companion podcast, the Atheoz Business Podcast, hosted by Jason St. Clair, past episodes, and related blogs, check out our website at www.atheoz.com, which is www.atheoz.com or theoz.com. Until next time, I've been your friendly neighborhood entrepreneur, Isaiah O'Connor.